Hey everyone, it's Crystal here. Thank you for coming to my channel. This video is all about the useful mental tricks that will help make any pageant painless. It does seem a little counterintuitive that pageants are actually, first and foremost, all about a head game. Even though you see the beautiful wardrobe, you see the glitz, the glam, the makeup, the on-stage areas, the photographs, a lot of what it takes to succeed all happens in your noggin. So keep watching this video and find out my 3 useful mental tips that will help make any pageant a walk in the park. Now, that was a little facetious. No pageant is a walk in the park, but I will say that what separates the veterans and the winners from the newbies and the inexperienced truly is how confident you are up here. My very first tip is to recognize that how you think makes an impact in your performance. In life, so much of what you perceive and how you can achieve starts off with what you actually have up here. One of the best tips I ever got was from a sponsor of mine at Miss California. Her name's Sharmila. She runs Core Arts Pilates down in Orange County. She had me journal. She had me journal things that made me feel good. Talk about why I loved being Miss California, what I loved about being on stage, what it felt like with the lights on me, with the other contestants by my side. She had me journal all of the positive feelings and all of the confidence that I felt in that moment. And it was training my brain to develop a positive association with what was about to happen. Journaling is also a great way to just step back, unplug a little bit, and to refer back to notes. If I was feeling a little down, I just read what I had written, and it made me feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more self-assured. At Miss America, there are 51 other gorgeous women. I needed to figure out a way to keep my head on straight and to make sure that my head game was clear. Otherwise, I would get lost into what other people were doing, what other women were wearing, what she said, what he said, what the press was saying. Try to rise above all of that. The best pageant contestants and the ones who do well are the ones who recognize that they can only run their own race. And the best way to do that is to develop a cycle of positive self-talk. Positive self-talk from writing and reading and internalizing, and that will become really believing. So be that positivity warrior you've always needed for yourself. Start journaling, journal about things that make you feel good, things that empower you, what you love about yourself. Maybe you love your eyes, maybe you love your tan, maybe you love your clothes that week. The moment you let any self-talk that is negative enter your head, you have to counteract that with what you've written in your journal. Journal, think positive thoughts, and you will get your mental head game in a space where you will be unbeatable. My second tip is to avoid toxic people. There are energy vampires. These are people who maybe at orientation just talk your ear off, and you end up feeling a little bit like, "Ah!" after having that conversation. Understand who those folks are, because every pageant has them. Oftentimes it's the contestant who is so insecure that she ends up latching onto other people and having to have them validate her confidence. First of all, don't be that person. And second of all, identify who those people are and avoid them. Not to say that you don't want to make friends, because there are lots of talkative girlfriends, and some of these relationships can be invaluable over the course of your life. Don't close off the opportunity to make new friends, but be sensitive to how people make you feel. If you're having a meal and someone just ends up really making you feel not so good, either because she's making you question the decisions you've made, she might be playing some mental games with you, avoid them like the plague. These people will suck your energy, and they will divert energy that you should be spending on yourself to them. You have to be selfish. Make sure not to get involved with them. And you can bow out of some of those conversations politely. Just excuse yourself and surround yourself with people who support you. These could be other contestants who might be on the quieter side or might have a lot of energy but are very positive. They're uplifting in their presence. Seek those women out and develop your own little tribe, maybe your own little clique that will help you feel good and work with your energy levels during pageant week. This brings me to my next point, which is surround yourself with people who are helpful to you. This is larger executive directors, volunteers, parents, family, friends in real life, anybody who is going to help you feel good and help you be better is someone you want in your camp. If you're doing a pageant and someone isn't particularly supportive, why don't you just keep that person at arm's length? Keep them at bay, because that individual is not going to be helpful to you. You want to think strategically. You have to protect yourself, know your weaknesses. For me, I really did not like message boards. Everyone was reading them, but I always felt that message boards afterwards made me feel really down. It made me feel really sad, because I would read comments that, whether they were correct or not, it doesn't matter. I wasn't feeling good. I was able to sense that, well, if this doesn't make me feel good, I have to eliminate it. It was very logical for me. Crystal doesn't feel happy, time to get rid of it. So I would ask all of my volunteers and EDs and people in my life, hey, please don't read the message boards. But most importantly, if you do, don't tell me what's written on them, because it doesn't serve me, and I have to keep my head game clear for the competition. So surround yourself with people at the competition, your contestants, who are your friends and who aren't going to be energy vampires, but also surround yourself with a team and a support group, volunteers, parents, people who aren't competing with you. Make sure that they are assisting and not taking away from how you feel about yourself. You want them to lift you up, not to push you down. My last tip is to remember that you have to run your own race. The judges are truly looking for you and no one else but you. Imagine competing and trying to be someone you're not. Even if you do win, you're kind of a fraud, because you weren't authentically you through every phase of competition. Just don't compare yourself to other people. Someone might have a better nose, someone might be taller, thinner, prettier. There will always be someone with better hair, better nails, a better presentation, maybe a little more talent, but there is no one who's lived the life that you have lived. No one has your personality. Embrace that. When you're in a competition, this is your time to really focus on yourself. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. It can be difficult, but the more you focus on yourself and remember that this is your journey, and the only obligation you have to yourself is to be better than the person you were yesterday. Recall that, internalize that, and you will take away something from every pageant. You will walk away a better person. In summary, the first thing is to control what you think and journal. Develop a habit of positive self-talk. The second tip is avoid toxic people and energy vampires. You want to steer clear of those women at the pageant who just want to latch on to you, maybe talk your ear off, and use their insecurity to try to overwhelm you. Surround yourself instead with mentors, volunteers, parents, family, friends who uplift you and support you. And the last tip is to truly run your own race. The judges aren't looking for artificial you, they're looking for authentic you through every stage of competition. Try your best not to compare yourself to another contestant. Remember that you have a gift and your only responsibility is to share it and be 100% you. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I am all ears. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video, share it with someone who can use the message, or subscribe for future content. Have a great day.